right, so let's play with that last bar. Legato, legato, fermata. And then you want to release in the new style and the new tempo. Right?
Yeah.
Let's just do it again. So this is the last bar. Just the last bar. Now you're a little low. There you go. What we need more of is the prep to the release in the new style and tempo.
Okay.
Let me try it. Sure. And part of this is when you get a little stuck out here. Okay, would you please? Last bar. It works. I can get away with it if I throw enough energy at the breath. Okay. Let's try that again. What I'm doing here is not a very informative release,
okay,
but then I'm trying to throw enough energy at the other part that I get away with. So listen. It can work if you give that energy to that impulsive will, that clarity to the release. What maybe doubles down a little better is if you do like so. Last bar. You see how I prepared the release in the new style? Yeah, so I gave them twice the information there, so that we were going to do something very cool. So, again, please. Interesting. I got the staccato release, even with this, because they were expecting the energy. Now I give them the old, I try to show you something, and we'll try again. Now listen to this, please. Constant. I mean, how more vowel that was, the sonority in that release. Okay, so if we release in the style of the prep, we have double our odds, I think, even though the other is plenty doable. Because you may want it, like so, right? I threw too much of that. But what I was trying to get was that vowel release and then the new style. That's tricky. I didn't want the consonant release, but I did want the staccato and the new tempo on the next bit. Other ways to do that. Once again. It's really hard because what I tried to do is give that nice, easy release in the left hand, but even just this quick motion made them kind of constant. So hopefully we don't see that too much in the repertoire because that's hard. Want to do? Yeah. Okay. And repeat was quite as strong with him as it was with me. Did you?
No.
Did you guys? So why not?
I feel like I still might be fanning out a little bit too far to the right.
Think so?
Well, I agree with that, but I also think that you're still, when you watch it, you'll see, I feel you can add more staccato energy to the release before that prep to get them in the mindset and then confirm it with the prep, with the before prep.
I need to tell you, there's a school of thought that if there is sound happening, the baton should be moving. That baton and your conducting presence is the visual representation of sound, so that if you stop the baton, it should only be when there's silence. You could play your recording and ask somebody if there's sound or not, and they should be able to 100% tell you. You're moving, that means there's sound. You're not, that means there's not. There is a school of thought. I do not agree with it at all. But I could be wrong. I think the big key is in your fermata. You never gave them any pause.
Okay.
I really think you need actually some stillness. I don't think we can physically be the representation of the sound all the time. I think you could play a recording for somebody and there's motion, that means there's sound, and there's stillness, that means there's not. That's not true. What about preparatory gestures? What about anything during some silence? You can't be still if there was just rests in the repertoire. I don't think it holds water when you really analyze it, and I don't think in practice it makes much sense. It might be dogmatically interesting and a sort of intellectual exercise, but my experience has been that we have to have stillness before and after, maybe not necessarily after, but we have to have stillness before moments of make it happen. I'm trying to choose the words pretty carefully. You know, we've talked about make it happen or let it happen. Well, releases are definitely a make it happen. Preparatory gestures are definitely a make it happen. And my experience is that make it happen moments need silence before sound. Much the same way I think one of my favorite definitions of accent is just a note prepared with a little bit of silence. You know, if you guys have a room full of little pre-kindergartners someday and they're running wild in the classroom, one of the great old tricks is turn the lights off for a second. They freeze and they're like, whoa, no matter what they're doing. You got to turn them right back on in a second or all pandemonium is going to go crazy next. But, and I'm not talking about making the room pitch black or anything like that. But you change the environment, real quickly, and they just stop because they didn't expect that. One of the great counterintuitive things about conducting is if you want more communication, be smaller in the same way. Because if that conducting pattern all of a sudden disappears from the peripheral vision, we're going to go find out why. So that means we're going to look at you. Okay, enough. So, next. When you watch the video, check that out. See if you think that's true.
Okay.
Whether